Hello, this is another video for M.E.R.C.S 2nd edition. It's been a long time, hasn't it? About 2 months. Anyway, this is another video for M.E.R.C.S 2nd edition, and in this one we're going to look at a few little tips and whatnot, for me anyway, that I think might work well for the C.C.C faction. Right, so the C.C.C have very numerous ways to play them. I mean, they have the mobility, they have the armor, they have the offensive capabilities, they mostly have the defensive capabilities. I mean, you've only got one repair kit with the gunner, but at least you've got that. So you could have a mobile force, mobile faction, well, mobile 5-man unit. First one that springs to mind is the demo. Now, the reason the demo springs to mind is because of his personal abilities. If I just zoom them up, mobile, this M.E.R.C. can attack. Yeah, this sorry, sorry, the camera's being a bit weird. This M.E.R.C. may attack while bounding, as if he is using attack and move. So usually the, let's just zoom in a little bit. Usually the demo only moves 2, but if he's bounding, the person he's bounding to gets to do what they do, and then the demo gets to move, and in this case attack. +1 movement, so he gets to move 2 and still attack, or 3 and do what, and you know, go find a better place to do something. So that's always good. Heroic means if he's at least 2 card lengths away from someone, he increases dice rolls by 1, which it's always good to have. Always good to have. I mean, your problem if you want the leader is you can't have heroic and leadership. It's either one or other. Plus, with bounding, you've got a very large template with the grenade, which is strength 3. So, if you want to go for a mobile force, I would suggest having the demo to start with. Possibly the medic for the same reasons. If you're bound with the medic will have 4 movement. But can't attack, it's only the demo that can do that. But the medic's got 3 movement already. Yes, got a carbine, but 3 movement, you only need, what is it? Oh, +2. So you need 7, so back up to normal. But 3 card lengths means you're going to get in combat pretty quickly, so yeah. Plus, the medkits, you can move and use them. So, if someone else who's pretty mobile needs help, medic's there to help them. Next, for a mobile force, I would possibly, and this is just me, go for the breacher. Yeah, the breach is only movement 2, and yes, got carbine, so a bit short range. Well, medium range, so 2 card lengths. But you can create holes in terrain, so you can move through stuff, and other people can move through stuff as well, which is always nice. But yeah, that's his main thing: blow up terrain, get people where you want them a bit more easily. Maybe the leader, but you want these people moving around, so possibly have the leader with either the breacher or someone else. I mean, he's got lucky. He's got lucky if you want him, but honestly, I'd say no. But that's just me. I mean, leader's not bad. Leader gives you. Leadership bonus, which is always nice. So, I mean, it's a bit hard now, to be honest, because the sniper can't move and shoot. The spotter you can, but he's only got 1 armor. But really, I'd go with the spotter because you've got the range finding, which if you have the spotter act before someone else, the spotter can, you know, see someone. Well, the spotter can you give someone aim within short range of whoever is giving it to, which is always nice. Which kind of negates the fire and move, so you can move and no penalty. So I'd say the spotter myself if you wanted to go for a really mobile force, but that's just me. Another build I had to think about was the big cannon. Now this is centered around the sniper. The sniper is your big cannon. So who you want to stand with the sniper is the spotter. Now the spotter will allow you obviously for aim on the sniper. The sniper, yes, he fires every 2 turns, not every turn, but every time he fires it's at FN2 rather than FN4. You've got then the leader if you want, which then every turn he fires auto hits because needs 1s. And then if you really want the sniper to be accurate as possible, go with the booster. Then when the booster's applied the enhancers, the turn the sniper's not firing, the booster can then fire. I mean, yeah, it's only 1 shot, but it is strength 2, and you only need 4s. Plus, you've got the leader, and while the sniper's holding, while he's reloading, the spotter can use it on the booster. So he can auto hit. Just bring these down. And then you want someone who's maybe a bit of mobility or maybe a bit of help for the sniper. There are a couple of options you can go for. Now the demo, because get someone out there, popping grenades out, making it easy for the sniper to kill. So that's an option. You could have the medic to heal people if someone's thrown around a great lot of templates. You could have the gunner, kind of in the same reason as why you take the demo, even though it's way shorter range and you're loading each turn. But armor 2, you know, you've got them options. But the one I would go for, well, also you've got the incinerator, because if a close combat faction comes up near you, the incinerator can be a defensive backup. But the one I'd go for myself is the heavy. Now the heavy, if you go for the heavy, means leadership will means you need 7s. If you set, you need 6s. If you use the spotter on the heavy, which you could do, I mean the booster needs 4s, which is not bad. And if you use it on the heavy, set 7s, leader 6s, aiming with the spotter 5s, 4s. So the heavy would need 4s to hit with a great big template. So the heavy could scatter around some shots for the sniper to do his thing. The big problem with this setup is, I'll just move them over a little bit. Yeah, the big problem with this setup is you use them like U.S.C.R. You coddle them together and you don't really move much. And the movement you do use, maybe with the leader and maybe with the spotter, if you really want to, but the spotter, you only move them around so we don't get shot. That's pretty much it. Another setup, and this is more for if you're in a place with a lot of terrain, and I mean a lot of terrain. You need something a bit mobile, but you need something durable. One that springs to mind is the incinerator. Yes, you can't move and fire with the incinerator, and yes, the incinerator is slow. However, the incinerator auto hits at strength 2, and it's a 2-card template which can sweep 90 degrees, which is always good. And the target suffer 2 burning tokens. And plus, unless I'm not getting it right, you can go on Overwatch with the incinerator, which is always nice. Breacher is always good. Be careful because the enemy can use the blasts you've made, so watch out for that. Gunner, using tight corridors, always a good one. Medic, just to follow someone around, maybe the incinerator or the gunner, because while they're loading or they're slow, you need someone to keep them up and running. And the demo, because have him on his own, have him blasting around, throw grenades every once in a while, blast people to shreds. You notice for this setup I've not used the leader. The leader's useful, yes, but if you want something a bit more tactical, I'd recommend this setup, as I move them down because the camera's not really seeing a lot. I'll just say for this faction, yes, they have close combat capabilities with the gunner, anyone that's got a carbine, which is a few, and the incinerator, but people that's got proper melee, like swords, Kenvars, you know, them underslung spike things that you see on the ends of them weapons they've got, them sort of things, Sadafu, they are still going to run rings around C.C.C. So if you know your opponent's going to take close combat, you might want to take maybe the gunner, maybe the incinerator, but the slow speed with the incinerator is going to really hurt. The heavy's probably a good bet to take against close combat, because yes, they're going to have terrain, and if they're using Kenvar, yes, they're going to be really hard to hit, but the heavy's laying down so much firepower, something's going to get through. Another build I've thought of is heavy cover. Now for this, you take the incinerator and possibly the heavy. But let's start with incinerator. Now, you want someone that's mobile to be a living shield. This is a bit silly, but why not? So you take the medic. The medic will circle around the incinerator, taking the shots from the incinerator. You could, if you want, take the demo for the similar reasons. Yes, it's less movement, but it's got semi-auto. Or you could take the leader, because he's got lucky, to take the hit first. I mean, other people might try and hit the incinerator while other models intervening, but if you do that, most of the time it's going to be +2 to hit the incinerator if you take these two as blocking shields, if you want to do that. Other people to take with this build, well, I said the demo, so why not? Why not take the demo? Other people to take with this build, possibly either the sniper or I'd say the gunner. Have someone far away from everyone else. The sniper taking pot shots, and maybe the gunner taking pot shots as well. With this build, it's about getting the incinerator where you want them. This build's just a bit of fun. You won't win many games with this build, but again, it's a bit of fun, so why not? The only model this faction's missing is the monkey wrench. Yes, the gunner's got a repair kit, but with this faction, it's not really a big problem. Repairing armour after 2 rounds, I mean, their armour failure's not that high. I mean, what's the highest we've got here? 2, 3, 2. Worst we've got is a 4, and that's on the incinerator and the booster. Interact, should I say. Worst we've got is on the spotter, surprisingly, on an 8. But if the spotter's out in the open, the spotter's basically dead. So yeah, that's really the thing. C.C.C is a big all-round faction. These are a really good starting faction, and really, if you want to go for these, you're basically getting everything you want for a faction. You're getting a medic, you're getting a demo, you're getting a leader, you're getting a heavy, you're getting a sniper, you're getting a breacher, you're getting a booster, and you're getting a spotter. You're getting a gunner as well. And then you're getting the specialist, which is the incinerator, just cause. I mean, everything you really want in this faction's just... They can do pretty much anything. They can, in a sense, handle combat, close combat, but... that, I would say, close combat is their biggest problem. And the fact they're an all-round faction, they don't really specialise in anything. But again, that's not really a bad thing. So, if anyone else if you've got any tips on how to use the C.C.C, anything I've probably missed out, which there's probably some things, leave them on the comments below. And with that, that's it for the video. Oh, there is going to be a demo game video at some point. Bye!